Hello everyone! My name is Clay, welcome to Terminally Nerdy, and today we're going to be taking a look at Delubrum Reginae, which is a wonderful little bit of something. Right now we're in Limsa. This is my wife's character.
Wait.
She's giving you a good lolly-ho. That's Garud up there, and that's her little friendo. And I like how Garuda sits on her head. But for this intro, I wanted to show you what we accomplished and why we had to run Delubrum Reginae a whole lot. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the max level resistance weapons. Mine's for Red Mage and hers is for Summoner. Hers has the Walmart symbol in it. Mine is a knitting needle. Do not question these things. And if you're curious what max level looks like, there's mine. And here is hers. Item level 535. We spent 6-ish weeks going after these things. So, yes, we worked pretty darn hard on them. And to do that, we had to run the Alliance raid you're about to see. Something in the neighborhood of like, God, we did it 12 times? Something around there? Probably 13, actually. So, yeah. To say that we did the grind is an understatement. But we did it! We did it! We got these cool things! Yes. Much joy. Much joy. Also, her Ifrit, her little Ifrit carbuncle. He's very, very stern. Look at him. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this. Understand that I'm going to put the guide I followed on how to get a resistance weapon for Shadowbringers in the description box if you want to see just what kind of insanity you have to do this, in case you want to get it yourself. But yeah, as always, enjoy, and I'll see you at the end. Alright everyone, welcome to Delubrum Reginae, or DR. Now there's a lot going on in this, so first of all, this is completely optional. You will not run this unless you specifically go seek it out in the Save the Queen area, Bozjan. You have to go to a specific location to queue up for it. You won't find it in your duty finder, any of that stuff. So you can't run this without specifically going to run it. Additionally, while it looks kind of funny, like we actually have a normal kind of party, 2 tanks, 2 healers, 4 DPS for like an 8-man, that's actually fairly rare. DR does not have role requirements. You can come in here and end up with an entire party, 8 people of DPS for your team. There are 3 teams, so it's 24, it's an Alliance raid. The other thing is these Lost Perception and Lost Cures. Those are what are called Lost Actions. They're part of the Save the Queen thing. They are unique to this area. I'm also on my Red Mage, so that's the thing. And I'm trying to get, as I showed in the intro, I finally did it, but at the time of doing this, I was still at 515, not the final 535. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what that irresistible quest is. That's literally the last quest in the resistance weapons. So this is the first boss. And he's going to start casting, not this. He casts Fourfold Mercy. Watch his swords. He's going to light them up. See? See how it's lit up? He's going to light all 4 swords in a specific order. You have to know which order he did it in. And he does it in a very nice order this time, because you have to dodge, well, this. You have very few seconds. And here's the thing of why I hate DR. Specifically, there's a mechanic in this place. I forget what it's called. It's like Seeking Doom or something. But basically what it boils down to is if at any time you are hit by an attack that you could have dodged. So attacks that hit everybody no matter what, that's fine. But like this, if I were to be hit by this, what would happen is I would take damage, and then I would get a stack of a debuff that lasts for 2 minutes. If I am hit again while I have that debuff, I will die. End of discussion. See, like, that was unavoidable because you get behind. When he does that, you get behind the barricade. And you can still attack him through the barricade. So the entire thing about this entire instance is if you could have avoided it and you don't, you get 2 hits. Now, those debuffs also completely drop off after the fight's over. So if I were to have 1 stack of it in this fight, and then it falls off, I'm good. So that's the unique mechanic of DR and why I hate it. Yeah, he's going to do this stack up thing. He does things in a specific order. So that's the whole thing. And, yeah. So now he's going to do this thing where he jumps on the colored rings, and he blasts the rings, he alternates colors. So that's a whole thing. See, he did the green that time. I really, really don't like this place. But I don't have to do it again for a while. Hooray! This is actually one of the cleanest DR runs my wife and I have ever done. We actually don't wipe at all. And I don't think I die in this one. Oh yeah, he does this nonsense. Oh, see, now he's doing the swords again. He cycles, so watch the swords. Best way to do it is to get on his butt and then pay attention. He's doing a nice combo again. He's like picking places to make it easy for us. And there we go, see? But you can see how one of the healers died. They probably got hit by multiple strikes. Oh yeah, this I still am not entirely certain what we're doing here. Apparently, I think he does like a gaze or something, but I get paralyzed. I always get paralyzed in this. And there's the debuff. See that purple right there? That's the Twice Come Ruin. See, I should have avoided that. I didn't. And if I get hit by an avoidable attack again, I will just instantly die. Or if I'm lucky, the debuff will fall off. But yeah, that's Trinity Seeker in a nutshell. It's just this. Also, our DPS wasn't great during this. Because again, you have no control over party comp, so you could end up with nothing but healers, and then you just hope. But yeah, I'm gonna let this play out for the rest of it, because you've seen the entire thing now. It's just repeating. You enjoying the fight? Oh yeah, see, look, you can tell where he's going to do it because he jumped on white. Just don't be on the same one when he does Splitter, but... Yeah, this fight just goes on. Well, most of the fights in DR kind of go on. There's another thing in DR that we haven't discussed yet, which we will. Also, when you kill a boss, always grab your personal spoils. You're probably just going to get some coins. Or you might get some field notes. Field notes can be turned into Bozjan. Oh, see those people exploding and dying? Those are traps. Sometimes, in some of the hallways, there's traps. If you have Lost Perception equipped, and you use it, and you're within range, you can find the traps. Or you can just touch them and explode. One of the two. Alright, so coming up is actually a mini-boss. He's not considered a boss, Dahu. Big old guy. He's fairly straightforward, honestly. See, I already have a lot of random stuff in my inventory. And also, I have a Spirit of the Elder going, which is a potion that only works in the Save the Queen zones, which is where we are. I do admit the architecture is nice in this place, so that's a good thing. Okay, so I'm doing my Red Mage melee combo right here, which you get to see in full. I jump back, and then I can hit, this is Flare, and then Scorch. That's the Red Mage melee combo. This is going to knock us all back, I believe. No, yes, that's the knockback. And then you want to get away from out in front of him. Like, I'm lucky. When that happened, I was actually on the edge, so I just stepped away. But you want to get out, because you don't want to get that debuff. All of his attacks do the same twice come ruin debuff. But yeah, he's pretty easy. You have to watch out for these cats. They're going to jump around. And wherever they land, they're going to deal damage. So see how they kind of show where they're going. And you actually want to find a spot that is open. So, like, right about where I'm going to be, nobody's jumping there, so it's open. Because they do this, and he knocks you back. So if you're not paying attention, you get knocked back into the cats, and then they do their AoE, and you can end up with the debuff. He also does this, where he's going to breathe and rotate, so you need to rotate with the boss. I'm usually pretty bad at these, I'm not going to lie, but I'm not doing too bad with this one. Like, I am usually very bad with the rotating nonsense, and there's a lot of bosses that do it. Then he just drops rocks on people. Rocks fall, everybody dies. You might notice an NPC named Makoto. I am not a fan of Makoto. She is borderline useless. Alright, for this, he jumps to one side, and he's going to dash to the other. And then you need to get in the safe zones. And I think I get hit by this. Yep. But then he dies. So you saw how I got the debuff and then it immediately fell off because he died. He can take a little longer. He can do some other stuff after that, so. And this is just another hallway leading us further into the depths. Like I said, I love the architecture and the design of these raids and things. Like, they are really neat looking. And they've got some cool mechanics. Like, if they didn't have the whole twice come ruin thing where you die just because, you know, you messed up. Or hell, I have been suffering lag at random times lately when I've been playing. So all it takes is me to lag out, and next thing you know, I'm getting hit by that. That's not my fault. That's the game lagging. This is the next main boss. It is the Queen's Soldiers. Or the Queen's Guardsmen, I guess you'd call them. There are 4 of them, and you fight all 4 of them at once, and then we're going to fight them in a sequence. The sequence is random, but they all have very straightforward mechanics. But essentially, you're going to beat the crap out of all 4 of them until one of them hits about 80%. Then they're going to all leave, and you're going to fight one in order until all 4 of them are beat up. And then there's a sort of... See, I was going to limit break poll, but I wasn't sure who wanted to. The reason you do that is your limit break meter completely depletes when the new boss fight starts. So see, we're just beating the crap out of the Warrior, Knight, Soldier, and Gunner until one of them hits the thing. And I'm just using my AoE rotation. Because they do, I believe, come in with the damage you've dealt to them. Oh yeah, another thing about this place. Walls are death. No touchy the walls. No touch. So we're fighting the Knight first. His mechanics are real simple. He has 2 big ones. He has a sword stance and a shield stance. If he's doing shield, For shield stance, it's get into him. Because he's going to do a donut AoE when he does optimal play. He doesn't telegraph this. So that guy out in the out there, he's going to get bonked. Like that. If he does sword stance, which he's doing now, he's then going to do a point blank AoE. So you just be away from him. Which for a red mage, I just hit my backflip and it's easy. See, I forgot for a minute and almost got in. But that's literally the knight. Oh, and then Rapid Sever's like a tank buster. They all have Rapid Sever. So whoever's tanking can get whomped like that. But yeah, that's the entirety of the knight's mechanics, really. Oh, and I think that's like an AoE. I've never noticed what Blood... Yeah, that's the AoE. They all can do Blood and Bone. Next is the Gunner. So the Gunner's big shtick, on top of Blood and Bone and Rapid Sever, is he does turrets. And what he'll do, he's going to place his turrets now. And you can see him. See where the arrows are pointing? What's going to happen is he's going to shoot one of the turrets and it's going to bounce the shot like this. Boink, boink, boink. Like that. He starts with 2 turrets, then he ups to 4, and when he has 4 turrets, he does 2 shots. So he shoots in 2 different directions. And you basically just need to pay attention to where the turrets are. See, he's about to do the 4 turret spread. See the arrows? And now see where he's shooting them. Basically, as long as you aren't in line with any of the arrows, you're usually fine. Like that. Gunner's no big deal. And then, who's next? Now, the order is random every time you come in here. The Warrior. I like to refer to this as Bomberman. He drops bombs. Such as now. Here's the thing with the bombs. He's gonna mess with gravity. You want to match yourself with the thing that's gonna drop fast. So the first time he does it, you need to be in line with the big bombs, because the big bombs are gonna drop before little bombs do. See? And then you're gonna fall, and then the little bombs are gonna fall. But he can invert the weight of his bombs. Usually, the first time he never inverts. The second time he does the invert, which he's going to do here. So first he does the bombs, and then you know he's going to invert because he links to them. For this, you want to be near a small bomb. So if you see the beams, get near a smalls, because now he's flipping their weight. So watch. We're going to go up, and the big bombs are going to go up with us, and there you go. Apparently, if you don't kill him fast enough, he can invert the player's weight. But I've never seen it, because he goes down like a chump. So in theory, he could invert your weight. I'm assuming you'll get the pink line, and then it's like, okay, well, my weight's inverted. So Soldier is Mr. Duplicate. His entire thing is he makes copies of himself, like this, and then he's going to link to 2 of them. Like that. Those are the 2 that will actually hurt you. So you get near one of the ones that doesn't have a link to it, because he's going to put AoEs everywhere, like this. These AoEs where I'm standing, they're not going to do anything. They're not real. It's the other 2. The second time he does this, however, they're going to move. So he's going to summon his duplicates, he's going to link to 2 of them, and then they're all going to start moving. So this is when he does that. So this one, he's going to link to those 2, and you want to watch where the safe ones bounce. So like I'm watching this one, and he jumps over there, and then he jumps behind me, and then he's going to jump one more time, and I get over there, but we killed him. Now for the last phase. We have to kill all of them before they finish their cast. If we don't kill them fast enough, we die. They're shielded, we have to break the shields. The thing with this, and I screw it up here, so you'll get to see what happens when you screw it up, is they do this coat of arms, and they put a shield on 2 of their edges, which I hit. So you see how I got bounced and stunned? You can only attack them in the direction that the shield doesn't exist. So I can attack this one from the front, not the sides. But if you attack from the shield, or the cast goes off like mine did when the shield is in place, you get bounced. Collect your spoils. I got a Forgotten Fragment, which I can use to get a lost spell, basically. I didn't have the Queen's Guard when I did this. The field notes are basically little lore bits that you can read if you care about them. But I'll be honest, I don't like the Save the Queen story. I haven't finished it, and I don't intend to, because apparently the ending is trash. People are just like, it felt rushed, so... Alright, so this boss. This boss is a little wacky, but there's a trick that you can do at the start, and we do the trick. But he's kind of another mini-boss. He also goes down very, very quick. He doesn't have a lot of health. So compared to all the other bosses, this guy goes down pretty fast. Alright, so... his big thing is going to involve... Now you're going to see the two sections kind of light up. There they are. Those are the bads. Don't touch the bads. I might have touched the bads. So see these symbols? These symbols on the back tell you what's coming. So on this side, he's going to set up a line AoE, and on that side, a donut. The first time, right here, you can do a little trick, because the donut's going to fire first. And then you can move into this little square, and you ain't got to go nowhere. Just like that. Although that person is actually doing the mechanic. we are going to have to do the donut mechanic, so you'll get to see what the donut's all about when he does it the second time around. Because at that point, he covers the freaking area with AoEs, and you have to do the mechanic. Like this. So there's donut, donut, line, line. Here's the thing with the donuts. These little circles are the safe zones. And you basically need to constantly move once the donut starts firing. Like so. Just like that. You just keep moving. Just keep moving. If I was on my dancer, I could have kept attacking, because instants, but... And you get real close to that line, so you don't want to touch it. There was a run of this where I stupidly got just too close to that, and I died, so that was the whole thing. That's pretty much this guy. He does a knockback here, where he summons a little buddy and he does a knockback. Obviously, if you're in the wrong spot, you will get sent to the purple gunk. Then he does that, which is just conal AoE. Now, probably the worst thing about this is that at some point he'll do the knockback coupled with the donut. And what you actually want to do is line yourself up so you get knocked back into the hole for the donut. See, here are the donuts. And I start to run over there, and then I forget what he's doing. And I go, oh, wait. The knockback. Because that's what he just summoned. But we kill him before the knockback goes off. But you would actually want to be at that end so you land in the donut. Grab your spoils. Now, I didn't like Trinity Seeker, the very first boss. I don't like Mr. Swordsman. I believe this hallway also has traps, and I had like 7 uses of perception, so I think I was saving them. I think I die to a trap, actually, because somebody detonates it. Yep, somebody detonated it, and I died. That's what happens when somebody detonates a trap. You die. 3 of us died. The 2 tanks and me. That was great. And another trap just went off. You can hear the boom. Alright. I want to say Hot and Cold is next, if I'm right. This is the other boss I really don't like in this raid. Good old Hot and Cold. Yeah, by the way, there's more traps in this area, too. See? I sensed a trap probably behind me, so... Even if I can't see it, I can pull it up. Yep, okay. It's her. Trinity Avowed. Right. Hot and cold. This woman messes with temperature. If you do not regulate your temperature properly, you will die. And I'll explain how you regulate temperature when it pops up. She also has some weapon mechanics and some other stuff. So, at first it's a normal fight. She also takes a while. She has a lot of hit points. This is her just AoE. Can't do nothing about it. One of her AoEs. This one is Glory Be. Boom. Of course, don't touch the edges. You will die. So, she summons weapons when she casts this. The first weapon is always a staff. Don't be near her when she has the staff. She does a point-blank AoE. Ta-da! She always does the staff first. Then she does a bow. Then she does a sword. Here's hot and cold. So what she's going to do is apply a temperature. I am 1 hot. I need to get to 0. So what I have to do is when she does the next bit, which is these bombs, I need to find the bomb that is 1 cold, right here, and stand in its AoE. When it detonates, it's going to negate my hot. So watch. There you go. I am now normal. When the mechanic is over, anybody who is not normal will fall over dead. And at first, it's only 1 point of hot or 1 point of cold. But then she starts... Oh, here comes the bow. When it's the bow, you get behind her. Get on her butt. Check out her booty. See? Gotta check out the booty to avoid the bow. There you go. But yeah, so... And then she's gonna... Oh, God, that's right. Now she's gonna try to cook us. She's gonna try to create tater tots. I must run, for I'm a delicious tater tot. This is the next step of hot and cold. She's going to apply hot and cold to everybody. As such. And this time, I am 1 hot. So now, we have to do a ladder puzzle. If you're familiar with these, where you're going to look for... Now see, here's the cold. I need that cold. I need to follow the path of the cold where it's going to go. And every time it hits a split, it's going to turn. So see, like that. Thankfully, it does tell you where it's going. So if you're paying attention, you go, okay, the cold's going to follow this path. I can get there. The problem is when you're on one side of the room, and what you need is on the other side of the room, and you die because you couldn't get your temperature regulated. And yes, that happens. It's happened to me, it's happened to my wife. We'll be like all the way on one corner, because that's where it was safe. Oh, she's switching to sword. For sword, to get in front of her. If you're in front of her with the sword, you're safe. See? Like this. But yeah, like you'll be in one corner on that phase, and the one you need is in the other corner. Alright, here's Hot and Cold 3. So now she's doing 2s. So some people will have 1, some people will have 2, and now she's going to strike half the room. So, like, I got hit. Perfect. I think I screwed this up, though. Because now she's doing 2 fire on this side, and I'm an idiot, and I wasn't paying attention. It is now impossible for me to fix my temperature. I am going to die. Because now she's going to do 1 hot and 1 cold on that side. You have to watch both what she's manipulating and where her hand is. It doesn't matter if I get hit or not, because I'm going to die. Like that. Because I failed to keep my temperature regulated. The next big thing she does is she summons clones of herself along the outside edge, and then they crisscross the frickin' board. And you need to be in a safe place based on where they're crisscrossing. Like that. Yeah, this fight goes on, as you can clearly see. She's gonna radial AoE, that's the Glory one. Glory D. Glory D. She's summoning her staff again, because she already did sword, she rotates back to staff. Like I said, a lot of these bosses follow predictable patterns, and then the RNG elements are stuff like the hot and cold, like where do you need to stand. Like now she's gonna do, some people have 1, some people have 2. I get 2 cold, so I need to find the 2 hot meteor when it comes down. So here are the meteors. You get in the middle, because these are proximity detonators. And now I need to look around for 2 cold. Or 2 hot. Yeah, see? When that detonates, I'll be safe. Ta-da! And I'm not going to get cooked or frozen. Nobody wants overcooked tater tot, and nobody wants frozen tater tot. Now she's doing the clones again, so I need to find the safe location for the clones. And they crisscross. She's also going to do that flames again, which is a whole thing. Yeah, I think we actually... Yep, here... I think she's going to do it shortly. So she's going to try to bake the tater tots again. You will be... Yeah, here we go. Legion Arsenal, bow again. So remember, check out her booty when she has her bow. Her entire problem is the hot and cold mechanic. Specifically when she does the sword strikes for me. Unseen Eye, I believe, are her clones. Yep, see the clones spawn. So I look here, I look there, I figure out this is where I need to be. And then she does flames. So now, clones, run. Because if we don't get out of the way, we will be cooked. Somebody is dead over there. See the corpse. I try to res them with my res, but somebody already got them. I am too hot. Now watch this. Because we need to pay attention. I think she dies before it becomes irrelevant, but watch the back thing. The thicker arrows are the doubles. So I want too cold, which is all the way in this corner. See that? Imagine if I was in the far other corner trying to run. It would just be a nightmare. But there you go. There's hot and cold lady. Yeah, I'm just rearranging my thing. And I believe there's a small hallway, which might have traps. I can't remember. I don't think this hallway has traps. But the boss is coming up, and we'll know because somebody will trigger the cutscene. Yeah, this is the boss. The final boss of Delubrum Reginae with this wild music. Alright. Now, her arena's cool as hell. I mean, look at this. She's got trees, and she's in this fucking weird mechanical thing, throne thing. It's time to play chess. You think I'm joking. I'm not. This is also a good example of the crazy kind of mechanics that Final Fantasy XIV gets into, is this fight. Because of the amount of stuff going on. Also, I asked if anyone was ready to play Bobby Fischer. Nobody responded. Clearly, nobody was ready for Bobby Fischer. Or nobody knows what Bobby Fischer is. I'm sad if that's the case. I am very sad. Alright. So, this is not a fight that is difficult from a perspective of, you know, damage. It's mechanical. So, that's her big AoE. She just hits everybody. You can't do nothing about that. And then she does this. Behold the small arena. Step into the goop and you die. Of course. Which makes using my backflip as a red mage kind of spooky. Alright. So what is she doing first? Okay. So here's the chessboard trick. Each of these minions is going to move a number of spaces equivalent to the dot placed upon them. You do not want to be in line with them when they stop moving. That guy's going to move one step forward. The guy on the other side is going to move 2 steps. Like that. Then, they AoE. Pretty simple. She does this throughout the fight. She will make those minions move. That's not where the complications come in. Well, not just that. Now, this is where the fun begins, and I think I screwed this up. She makes these lines appear. Anywhere the lines cross is going to be an AoE. So up and up. Watch. They touch, they detonate. I did not screw that one up, thank God. This, you can touch the line, but it's going to knock you back when it detonates. So you want to be in a position like that, where it doesn't knock you into the dead zone. Nothing major. I just realized that guy's name is the Humano. Alright, what is she doing? She spaces out... Oh! Her friends are summoned, so let's see how many moved. One guy will move 2 squares, one will move 3. So where I'm standing is perfectly safe. Because the guy on the far side is going to move 3 forward and end up on the end of it, like that. And that guy's going to move 2, and AoE. But now she's going to do this, where she covers half the fucking board in death. So you have to move, or, like those people, and get swatted. And remember, if you get hit, you get that debuff. Get hit again, you die. Always remember that. God save the Queen! I forget what this is. I think it's just another AoE. Yeah, that's another AoE. But now she moves into her second phase. And now things are going to start getting spicy. Why do I say that? Well, you remember those 4 Queen's Knight Soldier Gunner guys? Yeah, you remember those guys? They're going to make an appearance shortly. But first, Queen's Edict. So before, it was NPCs that had to move. Now we have to move. So we have to wait, and I have to move 3 squares. Everybody has to move a different amount. And you have to end your thing further away than you started. So I have to go 1, 2, stop. I need to wait right here. If I move out of this square, that means I have moved more than 3. Anybody who didn't do it right will get punished. But I did it right, so I'm fine. Yeah, I think this is just a tank buster. Yep, that's a tank buster cleansing slash. It's interesting watching these fights over again when I'm not actually having to focus on the fact that I'm in the fight. Okay, when she does Relentless Play, she summons her buddies. So we've got Bomb Boy, and we've got Duplicate Boy. They are going to do their mechanics in sequence. I think I die here. I think, because I forgot how Bomb Boy works, I think. So first we're going to deal with turrets. Like that. Now here's the thing. With the bombs, she's going to put the stupid knockback thing. So we're going to get knocked back, and I touch the gunk. And I die. Because I didn't position myself properly. Go me. I'm the only one in our party who died, so there you go. Somebody got doomed, so he's going to die shortly. There he is. Genesis Crystal over there. He got hit by 2 mechanics that you weren't supposed to. It happens. See, I'm going to heal myself. And Red Mage heals are actually pretty potent, especially when I can just double heal. Here's where the chaos becomes. So you have to move while also paying attention to them. So he's going to move 3 squares, he's going to move 2 squares, and I need to end my 3-square movement in such a position that I will not be in line with either of them. So I have to go 1, 2, 3, and I have to stop. And then he's going to move 2 forward, he's going to move 3 forward, and I'm going to be in a safe location. Look at this nonsense. That's the chess moment, where you have to pay attention to where they're moving and where you're moving. She's also going to summon the other 2 adds. What was left? The Sword Shield guy and the Duplicate guy. They're actually pretty easy. Yeah, here. So for this, Sword Shield guy is always going to do swords, so you just don't get near him. It's fine. Never just stay away from the knight. And he's not going to make them move, he's just going to link up. So he's linking to those 2, so I don't want to be near them. And the other guy's always going to do his point-blank AoE, so you don't want to be near him. So you just basically kind of hang out in this corner, and you're safe. And then she does another one of her, you know, across-the-way murder buttons. Oh, somebody died. But she's almost dead, so as always, I want to thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you like these Final Fantasy XIV videos. I'm going to start the Omega series next. I wanted to break this up. So, yeah. Enjoy it. So like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Leave a comment. How do you feel about DR if you've done it? I hate this place. And hey, be kind to each other, stay nerdy, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take care.